it's Julia from Jutland, and I can't believe I found a calm spot in Manhattan, in West Village. Oh my god, it's the best neighborhood. West Village is the best neighborhood. My dream is to live here. Really, it's just amazing here. I'll show you right now. Just a private garden of the church, but it's open to public. Just no animals, no pets. Look at this beauty, oh my god. That's amazing, really. And so nice and calm. Alright, so today I wanted to talk with you about some things I did right and I did wrong. As right now I'm realizing it and analyzing the process of learning different foreign languages. So basically I just want to help you learn my mistakes and just do it better, more effectively and in a more amusing and interesting way. You would make me smile more if you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. Recently I've started reading some theoretical materials about learning languages and learning like second language. And I found one interesting theory, hypothesis, of Stephen Crusher, American linguist. It's about learning and acquisition. Actually, it wasn't hard for me. I was always thinking it's like acquisition, not acquisition, but acquisition. As I told you in a lot of my videos, I used to learn languages, starting mostly with reading, grammar. So I did at university with the professors, and we just used the information they gave us. So videos, I would say I put aside a little bit, and I started later. So I was conscious about learning languages, grammar, vocabulary. I always started with reading. So that was like this conscious learning. But what I found interesting, mind-blowing for me, was actually the fact that you should start with videos. When you start learning any language, the first step is the videos. Right now I'm kind of experimenting with this approach because I'm learning Spanish here in the US. I took the course, just found it on YouTube, it's free. Tried to understand the system of the language, just very basic grammar. And then I started watching series. You remember this extra Spanish version? It's so old, kind of old-fashioned, but it's something classic, and I found it with Russian and Spanish subtitles, so I can watch and write down some phrases. And I'm getting used to these phrases, and this is called not learning but the acquisition. It's a comprehensible input, right? So speaking or writing or doing exercises, this is the output, but you should start with the input. And there is also the point that if you don't feel comfortable speaking yet, you can do it a bit later, so just keep watching. The point of acquisition is to start with the videos. It's the best because you have the visual content, right, and the audio content. So when you start with the videos, you listen to this natural speech, you hear the words, you understand the words, and the way they are connected. Of course, the language is not the words, phrases, sentences, texts. So our brain starts forming connections between these words. The more we watch, the more we immerse ourselves into this language, the more we remember and memorize. Maybe this was my mistake, that I always started with reading. I'm more of a person who gets the information visually, and I always started with reading. But the point is, when you start reading but you have not learned the correct pronunciation, you might get a strong accent and get used to it. I truly believe that acquisition is better than learning because it will help you actually speaking more fluently, more confidently, because you are used to the language. Our conscious thinking is very slow. Do you notice when you just start learning language, it takes so much time to build simple phrases? This conscious thinking is not capable of holding the incredible complexity of any language. You know, language is a system, great structured system, which is very complicated. Our brain, conscious thinking, cannot keep up with it. That's why we rather need to work on the acquisition. Anyways, I've learned on the languages just because I loved it so much. But I also did the right thing that I want you to do as well. The proof for it I found in this theory as well. It's called comprehensible input. So when you watch or read something, the level of this information, of this input, right, needs to be one step higher than your language level. I was always saying this, I didn't know this theoretical part, but I was always saying, if you have A2, don't be afraid to watch B1 videos. Don't be, because otherwise you most probably are gonna be bored. If you work with information, language information, I mean, that's one level higher than your current level, it's gonna be the best. Don't make it too complicated, like don't take C1 when you have just B1. No, that's too much, but just like one level up, that's great. That's how I actually succeeded in German, a little bit in French. But right now I have almost a beginner level of the Spanish language, and I just keep watching the series, and I'll keep you posted about the results of this different approach to learning foreign language in my point of view. To sum up, my advice is to start from this natural process of acquisition, and then when you get used to the language, you will also automatically you will also understand the grammar deeply, and you will just have the sense of the language. You know, sometimes you cannot explain why you said that, like that phrase, collocation, but you just know it's right. This is the acquisition, subconscious thinking. I think that's gonna be it. I'm so happy to share with you some of the interesting facts and information about learning foreign languages. You would make me smile more if you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel.